welcome to Rutgers Around the World, a special 6-episode series celebrating the university's international history and its connection with the global community. We bring you this program as part of our 250th anniversary celebration. Hi, I'm Gabriela Milian. And I'm Gabriela Milian. Rutgers maintains these relationships through its Gaia Centers. Gaia stands for Global Advancement and International Affairs. From Mexico, we turn our attention to the issue of healthcare accessibility throughout Latin America. Rutgers Around the World reporter Preeta Sinha recently Skyped with Rutgers partner Dr. Zhang, the director of the Office of Global Engagement at Rutgers University. Here's that interview. We'll take a closer look at cross-cultural understanding when it comes to an important subject, health. Looking forward, how does Rutgers University Camden plan to implement or expand international strategy in the next 5+ years?
Our campus intends to grow.
But in this episode, we're looking forward at how these collaborations are shaping our future. You mentioned the moving in and out of Africa. You grew up in South Africa, correct? And
yes.
So what made you want to pursue research in Africana studies? Indonesia is a Southeast Asian nation comprised of thousands of volcanic islands, and it's home to a culturally and linguistically diverse population. Let's start with a bigger picture of Rutgers' ties on the continent of Europe. Some of these relationships are as old as the university itself. That's right, Bruno. And for more on this partnership, I recently spoke with Dr. Marcel Pop.
Of reciprocity.
So building off of that, Dr. Pop, how important is global exchange between students and faculty, and where do you see Rutgers and Semmelweis going in the future?
These days, one of the most important directions.
That concludes this episode of our program. That's it for our episode on Latin America and the Caribbean. I can't believe it's over. We've had so much fun talking about everything from the Peace Corps at Rutgers to study abroad. I hope everyone takes advantage of all that Rutgers has to offer. I'm Gabriela Milian, and I'm Gabriela Milian, and I'm Gabriela Milian. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Rutgers!
Revolutionary for 250 years.
Every day, tens of thousands of students come here to this intellectual melting pot, where ideas and cultures flow together among what might just be America's most diverse student body.
An echoing theme as Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey, celebrates a major milestone in its history.
Happy birthday, Rutgers!
A story that began with its days as Queens College and host to the first college football game in America, and one that continues to unfold with its membership in the ultra-exclusive Big Ten Conference. It's a touchdown! And the addition of Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences.
We had a marvelous gift given to us when we were allowed to merge the former University of Medicine and Dentistry of New Jersey into Rutgers University.
There's a lot to be proud of. Rutgers is the 8th oldest college in the United States and is highly ranked among the world's leading 1,000 universities. With 31 schools across 3 major locations and a breadth of course offerings, Rutgers is a research powerhouse and home to award-winning faculty.
We have a tremendous amount to offer in terms of a variety of programming, a variety of student interests, a variety of faculty expertise and activities.
Rutgers educates more than 67,000 students each year from every state in the U.S. and more than 115 countries around the world. And in 2011, it was time to boost Rutgers' international profile.
Initially, it was mainly about international students and maybe students going abroad. Over the years, we have more and more engaged building strategic partnerships, creating service learning programs in a way that it became really a hallmark. The internationalization is part of our DNA now.
The university created the Centers for Global Advancement and International Affairs, or Gaia Centers, to do just that.
There are aspects of our globalization strategy that are central to Rutgers' vision of a global future for our students and the people we interact with.
Though the university formalized its International Affairs unit, the Gaia Centers, Rutgers' global mindset can be traced back to its roots, across the Atlantic in the Netherlands.
The Dutch Reformed Church founded Rutgers in 1766 as a training place for pastors, so it already was a very globalized institution from its inception.
The Dutch ties were once again in focus when Queens College was renamed Rutgers almost 60 years later, after a prominent philanthropist and colonel.
Henry Rutgers, he's an interesting person. His connection with Rutgers was that as a highly esteemed member of the Dutch Church, he sat on its board of trustees for several years, and he gave the school some money.
And the connection doesn't end there. John Henry Livingston, the university's fourth president, turned to his alma mater, Utrecht University in the Netherlands, when he needed inspiration.
He helped design the seal of Rutgers with a starburst pattern on it, which was similar to the one that they had in Utrecht. He also took the motto and transformed it a little bit, and it became Rutgers' original motto.
The relationship remains strong. Rutgers now has an enriching 2-week honors exchange program with Utrecht, and even commemorated the 250th anniversary with a Rutgers University Glee Club performance at Utrecht.
So on behalf of President Barchi and all of us at Rutgers, we would like to give you this plaque to commemorate 250 years of friendship between your institution and ours.
For more than 100 years, Rutgers was a private men's college that trained ministers for the Dutch Reformed Church. It was this link that paved the way for Rutgers' first international students from Japan.
The Japanese were closed for over 200 years, and they were forced open by the United States government. This sparked a huge interest in all things Western. There was a Dutch missionary, Guido Verbeek, who was posted in Japan at the time, and so it was only natural that some of Verbeek's students would start to get interested in coming to the United States, and of course he recommended Rutgers.
The Yokoi brothers of Kumamoto, Japan, were the first international students to attend Rutgers. They arrived in the U.S. in 1866 without permission from the Japanese government. A year later, a brilliant samurai named Kusakabe Taro followed.
I literally saw myself as an explorer.
He was first in his class here at Rutgers. He was the first Japanese ever elected to Phi Beta Kappa. And tragically, he died a few weeks before his graduation in 1870, and he is buried in the Willow Street Cemetery.
The influx of international students laid the foundation for our global Rutgers, a mission that the Gaia Centers continues to advance through its programs, services, and education opportunities throughout the university.